Welcome to our deep dive, into 100 questions on meditation, a journey of awakening.
Okay.
We're going to be, kind of focusing on the first part of this book, which is a 40-day journey that it kind of lays out for you.
Right.
And we're going to, give you guys just a little taste of what this book has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're just starting out with meditation or you have some experience already.
Yeah. I think, what's interesting about this book is that it's really a process of self-discovery through meditation. And so it's not just about the techniques, but it's also about what you learn about yourself along the way.
That's really cool. I mean, it sounds like it's not just like a manual,
right,
but it's more of like a personal journey.
Yeah.
So how does this book approach defining meditation?
So, it really emphasizes that meditation is not about emptying your mind.
Okay.
Which is a common misconception.
Yeah.
Instead, it's about actively training your mind to achieve calmness and focus.
So it's almost like
you can think of it
physical exercise.
You're like physical exercise for your mind.
Oh, for your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not about stopping thoughts altogether.
No.
It's more about learning to manage them.
Exactly. And, the book uses this analogy of training a puppy.
Oh, yeah.
It takes time and patience and consistent practice. You wouldn't expect a puppy to immediately understand stay, right?
Right.
Similarly, with meditation, we're training our minds to stay present, to focus, and to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment.
I like that analogy. I mean, it really does make it seem much more approachable and less intimidating.
Yeah.
So you're saying that rather than fighting our thoughts, we learn to observe them.
Absolutely.
That's kind of different than what I think most people assume about.
It is. And this book really argues that the key to achieving inner peace is not to eliminate thoughts, but to change our relationship with them.
Interesting.
And that's especially important in today's world, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I mean, we are bombarded with information and distractions constantly.
Yeah. Right.
So how does this book connect meditation to the challenges of modern life?
Well, the book suggests that meditation helps us reconnect with our inner selves amidst all the chaos of modern life.
Okay.
It's about creating a space where we can step back from the constant stimulation and simply be present with ourselves.
Okay, so we kind of understand what meditation is, according to this book.
Right.
But why should we even bother?
Yeah.
I mean, what are the benefits that make it worth investing our time and effort?
Well, the book highlights a range of benefits from stress reduction and improved focus to enhanced creativity and better emotional management.
Okay.
And what's really fascinating is that these benefits aren't just anecdotal, they're backed by scientific research.
Okay. I'm intrigued by the science aspect.
Yeah.
The book claims that research supports these benefits, particularly in areas like reducing stress hormones and boosting cognitive function.
Right.
Can you tell us more about this research?
Yeah, it's not just mystical mumbo-jumbo. For example, a study published in the Journal of Neuroscience found that regular meditation can actually increase gray matter in the hippocampus.
Wow.
Which is the part of the brain associated with memory and learning.
So meditation actually changes the physical structure of our brains.
Precisely. And other studies have shown that meditation can reduce cortisol levels, which is the hormone associated with stress. This is why meditation has been linked to improvements in conditions like anxiety and depression.
So it's not just about feeling calmer.
No.
There are actual physiological changes happening in our brains and bodies.
Yeah.
That's pretty compelling evidence.
It really is. The scientific validation adds another layer of credibility to this ancient practice of meditation.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, the book mentions different types of meditation.
Right.
And sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Could you kind of shed some light on these different approaches?
Sure. The book discusses various techniques, each with its own focus. For instance, visualization involves creating a mental image, like picturing a peaceful forest to evoke feelings of tranquility.
Okay.
Mindfulness, on the other hand, is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment, often focusing on the breath.
So visualization is more about actively creating an experience in your mind.
Yeah.
While mindfulness is about observing what is already present.
Exactly. And there are other techniques like compassion meditation, which involves cultivating feelings of empathy and kindness, starting with yourself and extending outward to others.
Okay, that's really interesting. So does the book recommend a specific type of meditation, or does it kind of encourage people to explore?
The book emphasizes finding a personal approach. It suggests experimenting with different techniques to see what resonates with you and fits your individual needs and goals.
Yeah.
It's about finding a practice you enjoy and can stick with.
That makes a lot of sense because, I mean, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to meditation.
Exactly. It's about finding what works best for you. And the book really emphasizes that consistency is key, even if you only practice for a few minutes each day.
So starting small and being consistent are more important than trying to meditate for hours and then giving up.
Precisely. It's like any skill, regular practice is what leads to progress and mastery.
Now, for those who are curious and want to try meditation, how does the book recommend getting started?
Okay.
What are those practical steps?
So the book offers a very clear and simple guide for beginners. It suggests finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably free from distractions. It doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Okay.
Just a place where you can relax and feel at ease.
That sounds pretty manageable. What about posture? Does it need to be some elaborate yoga pose?
Not at all. The book emphasizes comfort over rigidity. You can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, or you can sit cross-legged on a cushion. The key is to keep your spine straight, but not stiff. You want to be alert, but relaxed.
So no need to contort myself into a pretzel. Comfort is key. So then what do you this is like the age-old question, like how do you actually meditate?
It's not about emptying your mind, as we've discussed. Instead, the book suggests focusing on your breath as an anchor for your attention. Simply observe the sensation of each inhale and exhale, noticing the rise and fall of your chest or the feeling of the air passing through your nostrils.
Okay, that sounds simple enough, but what about, when my mind inevitably wanders, because I'm sure it will.
Right.
Any tips from the book on how to handle that?
Yeah, the book reassures us that a wandering mind is perfectly normal. It's not about stopping thoughts altogether, but about recognizing when they've drifted and gently guiding your attention back to your breath. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes.
Okay, so patience and persistence are key.
Exactly.
This makes me think of mindfulness. Does the book talk about mindfulness?
It does. Mindfulness, as the book explains, is a core element of many meditation practices. And it's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. So when your mind wanders during meditation, you simply observe that wandering without criticizing yourself, and you gently bring your focus back to your breath. It's about developing a kind and accepting awareness of your inner experience.
Okay, that makes sense. It's really about cultivating a sense of non-judgmental awareness.
Exactly. And the book highlights how this mindful awareness can be extended beyond your meditation practice and into your daily life. It encourages you to bring that same quality of attention to everyday activities like eating, walking, or even washing the dishes.
Oh, so finding those moments of mindfulness throughout the day.
Yeah.
Not just when you're sitting down to meditate.
Exactly.
That's an interesting way to think about integrating it into a busy schedule.
Absolutely. And the book provides some specific examples of how to apply these principles to daily life, like improving work performance, enhancing relationships, and even navigating challenging emotions with more skill and ease.
I'm kind of interested in that idea of like meditation improving relationships. Can you expand on how the book addresses that?
Sure. One of the key points the book makes is that meditation helps you become more self-aware. And when you understand yourself better, your thoughts, feelings, reactions, you're better equipped to understand and empathize with others.
So by like cultivating this inner peace and clarity, you're actually better able to connect with other people authentically and compassionately.
Right. It's not about withdrawing from the world. It's about equipping yourself with the tools to navigate your relationships with more wisdom and compassion. The book also suggests that meditation can help you let go of past hurts or grudges that might be holding you back in your relationships.
Okay, so it's almost like, you're clearing out mental clutter to make space for more positive and fulfilling connections.
Exactly.
It seems like the benefits of meditation extend far beyond just like individual well-being.
Absolutely. The book presents meditation as a practice that can ripple outward positively, impacting not only your own life, but also your interactions with others.
Now, I know some people might be concerned that meditation could lead to loneliness, like that spending so much time focusing inward could be isolating.
Right.
Does the book address that?
It does. The book distinguishes between solitude and loneliness, emphasizing that meditation encourages self-awareness and a deeper connection with your own thoughts and feelings. This, in turn, can lead to stronger connections with others.
So it's not about like disconnecting from others.
Yeah.
It's about connecting more deeply with yourself so that you can connect more authentically with the people around you.
Exactly. And that greater understanding of yourself and others can lead to more fulfilling and meaningful relationships. The book even argues that meditation can help you break free from negative patterns of behavior that might be causing friction in your relationships.
That's interesting. How does meditation help with breaking negative patterns?
Through meditation, you develop a heightened awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. This awareness allows you to recognize patterns of behavior that might be harmful or unproductive. The book uses the example of someone who tends to react impulsively in stressful situations through meditation. They might become more aware of that tendency and learn to pause and respond more thoughtfully instead of reacting instinctively.
So it's about gaining a sense of control over your actions rather than letting your emotions kind of dictate your behavior.
Precisely. And the book suggests that this newfound sense of control can extend to all areas of your life, from how you manage your time to how you interact with others.
Now, I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical about the idea of meditation being a universal practice. I tend to associate it with specific spiritual traditions.
Yeah.
But this book kind of challenges that assumption, doesn't it?
It does. The book emphasizes that meditation at its core is about cultivating awareness and training the mind. These are skills that are accessible to anyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. And it even discusses how different cultures have incorporated meditation practices throughout history.
So it's not tied to any particular dogma or ideology.
Yeah, right.
It's more about tapping into a fundamental human capacity
Exactly.
for presence and awareness.
Yeah. And the book even provides examples of how meditation is being used in secular settings like schools, hospitals, and even workplaces.
That's really fascinating. It speaks to the growing recognition of the benefits of meditation across all these.
It does.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the benefits, the types, the science even busted a few myths.
Right.
But for those who are completely new to this, how do you actually start meditating? What does it look like in practice?
The book offers a really practical starting point. It suggests finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably without distractions. It doesn't have to be a special meditation room or anything, just a place where you can feel relaxed and at ease.
Okay, a quiet space check. What about posture? Does it have to be all lotus pose and perfect alignment?
The book emphasizes comfort over rigidity. You can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, or you can sit cross-legged on a cushion. The key is to keep your spine straight, but not stiff. You want to be alert, but relaxed.
Got it. So comfort over rigidity. And then what do you just empty your mind?
That's the common misconception, but as we've already discussed, it's not about emptying your mind. It's about gently guiding your attention. The book suggests focusing on your breath as a starting point. Simply notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale.
Okay, and what happens when your mind inevitably wanders? Because I know mine would be all over the place.
That's perfectly normal. The book reassures you that it's not about stopping your thoughts altogether, but rather about noticing when they've drifted and gently guiding your attention back to your breath. It's like training a muscle. It takes practice.
So it's a practice in patience as much as anything else.
Absolutely. And the book stresses that even a few minutes of daily practice can make a difference. It encourages you to start small and gradually increase your meditation time as you feel more comfortable.
So small steps and consistency, that feels much less intimidating than diving into hour-long sessions right away.
Exactly. And the book suggests setting realistic goals and celebrating your progress along the way. It's about creating a sustainable practice that you can integrate into your daily life.
That makes a lot of sense. Speaking of daily life, I'm curious about how this book encourages applying meditation beyond just sitting on a cushion.
The book offers a really interesting perspective on this. It suggests that the real magic of meditation happens when you start to apply its principles to everyday situations. It encourages you to bring that same mindful awareness you cultivate during meditation to your interactions with others, your work, and even your leisure activities.
So it's not about escaping reality, but about transforming your experience of reality through the lens of mindfulness.
Precisely. The book even suggests specific techniques like mindful walking or mindful eating as ways to integrate meditation into your daily routine.
Mindful eating, that's something I could definitely benefit from. I have a tendency to rush through meals without really savoring the experience.
The book offers some great tips on that. It encourages you to slow down, pay attention to the flavors and textures of your food, and notice the sensations of eating. It's about bringing a quality of presence and awareness to a simple act that we often take for granted.
That sounds like a great way to transform a mundane activity into a more mindful experience.
Exactly. And the book highlights how this kind of mindful awareness can ripple out into other areas of your life, helping you to be more present in conversations, more focused at work, and more appreciative of the simple pleasures of life.
So we've talked about the benefits, the types, the science even busted a few myths.
Right.
What are some of the key takeaways you think our listeners should really hold on to?
I think one of the most important takeaways is that meditation is accessible to everyone. It's not some esoteric practice reserved for monks or yogis. It's a simple yet powerful tool that anyone can use to improve their mental, emotional, and even physical well-being.
And it's not just about sitting on a cushion in silence, right? It's about integrating those moments of mindfulness into your daily life.
Yeah, it really does.
It seems like this book is emphasizing, the practical application of meditation.
It does, and it even addresses some of the common misconceptions about meditation. Like, a lot of people think, oh, I'm too old to start meditating, or, it's only for, older adults.
Right.
But the book makes it clear that anyone from children to seniors can benefit.
So how does the book suggest, adapting the practice for, different age groups like that?
It offers some really creative suggestions for children. It recommends using playful techniques like guided visualizations with animal imagery or incorporating movement and games for teenagers. It focuses on stress reduction techniques and mindfulness exercises to help them deal with the challenges of adolescence.
That makes a lot of sense. Tailoring the approach to the individual's needs.
Exactly.
And, their developmental stage.
It highlights the adaptability and versatility of meditation.
Yeah, it's really interesting how this book kind of reframes our understanding of meditation. It's not just about finding peace and quiet.
Right.
It's really about developing skills that can, benefit us in all areas of life.
I agree. It presents meditation as a tool for personal growth and transformation. It's about cultivating a mindset that can help us navigate the, complexities of life with more clarity, wisdom, and compassion.
Speaking of transformation, the book also talks about how meditation can help us break free from those negative patterns of behavior.
Yes.
Can you maybe elaborate on that a bit more?
Sure. The book suggests that through meditation, we develop a heightened awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And this awareness allows us to recognize patterns of behavior that might be harmful or unproductive. So, for example, someone who tends to react impulsively in stressful situations might, through meditation, become more aware of that tendency and learn to pause and respond more thoughtfully.
So it's almost like creating a space between the stimulus and response.
Yeah, exactly.
And allowing for more conscious choices.
Precisely. And the book provides practical tips on how to work with these patterns. It emphasizes that recognizing a pattern is the first step, and then it encourages gentle self-compassion as we navigate the process of change.
I think that's a really important point. It's not about self-criticism.
No.
It's about, cultivating a kind and understanding attitude towards ourselves.
Absolutely.
As we learn and grow.
It's about recognizing that we're all works in progress and approaching our personal development with a sense of patience and acceptance.
Yeah, I think that's a really powerful message. So as we wrap up our deep dive into, 100 questions on meditation, a journey of awakening.
Right.
What are some key takeaways that you'd like to leave our listeners with today?
Well, firstly, I hope they come away with a sense that meditation is an accessible and beneficial practice for anyone, regardless of their background or experience. It's a tool for cultivating inner peace, improving focus, managing stress, and enhancing our relationships with ourselves and others. And secondly, I hope they're inspired to embark on their own meditation journey, exploring different techniques and finding what resonates with them personally.
Those are great takeaways. I know I'm feeling personally inspired to incorporate, more mindfulness into my daily routine. How about you?
Definitely. I'm always reminded of the power of this practice, and I think the book does a wonderful job of demystifying meditation and making it feel approachable and relevant to modern life.
Well, there you have it. Our deep dive into 100 questions on meditation has come to an end. We've explored a lot of ground today, from the definition and benefits of meditation to the science behind it, different techniques, and even how meditation can impact our relationships and help us break free from those negative patterns.
And if there's one thing I hope our listener takes away from this deep dive, it's that meditation is a journey worth embarking on. It's a journey of self-discovery, of inner peace, and of greater connection with yourself and the world around you.
And as you step off this deep dive and back into your daily life, I'll leave you with this final thought. Remember that even a few minutes of daily meditation can make a world of difference. It's like planting a seed that with consistent nurturing can blossom into a more mindful, peaceful, and fulfilling life.
Beautifully said, and who knows, maybe this is just the beginning of your own meditation journey. We encourage you to keep exploring, keep practicing, and keep discovering the incredible benefits that meditation has to offer.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking those moments of mindful calm in your day.